In tandem with the showing of this movie, the following is taking place. Winona Ryder goes to see Reality Bites 2. Fantasies Can Also Bite. With Janine Garofalo at the Dream Love Theater in San Francisco. They both order a bucket of popcorn and soda pop. They go to their seats to watch the movie. They see the scene where the real life Mike Meyer is talking to the archetypal characters, Mike Meyer and Leilana Pierce, and giving them advice on how to facilitate Leilana Pierce moving to San Francisco. By filming a documentary there. It's always interesting to watch yourself in a movie, isn't it, Janine? Yes, it is. I think people are very critical of themselves, so it can be hard to watch yourself. It's easier to watch other people because they don't really care if they embarrass themselves. How about it? I acted in this movie with Mike Meyer and thought he was terrific in it. His notion that we are predestined lovers is really convincing to me. I would agree with that, Winona. He seems to really believe that the consummation of his love for you would confer immortality to both of you. Immortality is the ultimate human quest. You could have a lot of material things in this world, but when this life is over, the thought of non existence is a thought that is so hard to accept. I wonder where life takes place beyond this tangible reality we have here. I think it takes place in a place that transcends time and space. Sounds like a nice place. Let's watch the movie. Yeah, let's. Winona and Janine watch the movie. Here's a scene from it. Leilana and Mike are sitting in Mike's condominium in San Francisco at night, talking and looking at the Golden Gate Bridge glistening in the moonlight. Would you like a beer, Mike? Sure, what do you have? Anchor Steam. I love that. It's brewed here in San Francisco. I brought some here. So, Leilana, you like the idea of filming a documentary of Mike Meyer's quest to meet Winona Ryder? Yes, I do. But I have to finish my filming of my documentary of the American buffalo in Texas. Stuck in Texas for a while. Can you film this for now and then return to that? No, I have to finish it. I'm contractually bound. That sucks. Also, I want you to appear in my theater productions of William Shakespeare plays. Can you appear in them while you are filming your documentaries? Yeah. Would you like to practice some William Shakespeare dialogue tonight? Sure. Mike and Leilana practiced it. Here's an excerpt from it. Mike and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed performing the William Shakespeare dialogue and sat on the couch talking and looking out onto the ocean near the Golden Gate Bridge. Suddenly the phone rang. Mike answered it. Hello? Yes, this is Mike. What? It's terrible. I'm here with Leilana in my condominium. It's really bad news, Penelope. I'm devastated. Are you open tomorrow? Good. Would you care if Leilana and I stop by for pancakes tomorrow? Great, we'll see you. This is horrible news, Leilana. What is it, Mike? Pancakes by the Bay was vandalized yesterday. Thieves came in, ransacked the place, and emptied the cash register. It may be financially insolvent now. That is horrible. That is a place where I truly felt that I was feeling in love with you. Eating those pancakes and feeling that love, we have to do something about this. What can we do about it? I just thought of something. We could have a Shakespeare festival in your theater. We could use the proceeds to save Pancakes by the Bay. That's a great idea, Leilana. We need to save Pancakes by the Bay. That was also the moment when I felt that I was falling profoundly in love with you. I could have pancakes at any other restaurant in America, and they wouldn't have the same taste sensation that those pancakes has because, in my mind, I associate them with platonic love. I agree. Would you like to practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue, Mike? Yeah, let's. This really motivates me to go into acting, Mike. I want to save Pancakes by the Bay, and I want to preserve the beauty of our love that is inextricably bound to those pancakes. I agree. Mike and Leilana practice some more William Shakespeare dialogue. Mike and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed performing their Shakespeare dialogue performance and sat down on the couch in Mike's living room to talk. That is such an exhilarating experience to act with you, Leilana. It is for me too, Mike. I'm in the, thinking about Pancakes by the Bay and how it was vandalized. It's such an awful shame. I know it holds such beautifully sentimental memories for me. That was a place where I knew I was in love with you. The fact was proven by eating the pancakes. When I thought at first that there was a special recipe that made the pancakes taste so good, but found out that it was love that made sense to me. The platonic love that you can feel for another human being is such a profound pleasure that it transcends any merely physical pleasure that a person can have that they may derive from their body. I think that a union of souls is the only way that a person can truly feel alive in this life. That validating and humanizing love that you can get from another person is a feeling that is not merely a fleeting temporal empty pleasure, but a heightened awareness of the creative force that brings meaning to stark material reality and perpetuates the universal dream of humanity to prop up good as a beacon of hope, illuminating souls in a place of evil. Love is not merely physical pleasure, it is enlightenment. In that sense, it can only be experienced by an immortal soul and therefore is proof of the immortal soul. So, yeah, Pancakes by the Bay is more than just a place where I like to pick on pancakes. It is a place where I first felt enlightened by love. Do you feel like taking a walk to Pancakes by the Bay? To look at what condition it is in? Yeah, let's. Mike and Leilana walk over to Pancakes by the Bay and see that it's in a shambles. Windows are shattered. The cash register has been emptied. The upholstery on the booths has been torn apart. They stole appliances. Food has been tossed about. They painted over beautiful artwork. All of a sudden, Mike gets a phone call. Hello? Yes, this is Mike. What? You are the Vandals? I'm here with Atlanta. Yeah, you idiots really fucked this place up. Nice job, imbecile. Is there anything else that you're jealous of that you want to destroy? No, nice try. What? No. We are following our plans to rebuild. Watch us. Go fuck yourself, douchebag. I hope you dematerialize. Who was that? It was one of the vandals who destroyed this place. He said that if we tried to rebuild, that they would demolish it again. We must stop them. We will stop them. Leilana, love conquers all. Let's go back to my condominium and practice some more Shakespeare. Mike and Leilana practice some more Romeo and Juliet dialogue. You are such a wonderful actress, Leilana. I think that if we put on plays in my theater, we will most certainly raise the money to save the theater. Thanks, Mike. So angry about those idiots destroying Pancakes by the Bay. That's a place that holds memories of a profound love between us. I'm making some pancakes here tonight. That would be terrific, Mike. I have an idea. Would you like to cross over into reality from the realm of fiction to see if Mike Meyer is with Winona Ryder yet? Let's go. How do we cross over into reality? Grab onto me, Leilana. We'll soon be transported to a reality to reality through a psychic tunnel that I have discovered in deep meditation where fiction materializes into reality. Mike and Leilana suddenly appear in Mike Meyer's home where he is writing the very script that they are in. Hi, Leilana. Hi, Mike. Hi, Mike. Are you enjoying the suspenseful moments that I'm writing into the fictional reality that you inhabit? Yes, but we hope that you write Pancakes by the Bay back into our reality. That's where the suspense lies. You'll soon find out where this comes next. Have you met Winona Ryder yet? It is my destiny. I'll meet her. I hope you write a happy ending for Reality Bites 2, Mike. It's a suspense. You'll find out. Michael A. Leno would pack the Mike's condominium in San Francisco and practice more William Shakespeare dialogue. Here's an excerpt from it. I'm going to get out of a William Shakespeare book. Okay. Let's see. Well, how about which? I don't know. How about? Let's see. The taming of the shrew. Yeah. Scene 1, Padua Baptista's house. Enter Katharina and Bianca. Good sister, wrong me not, nor wrong yourself. To make a bondmaid and a slave of you, that I disdain, but for these other gods, unbind my hands. I'll pull them off myself. Wait a minute, I don't want to read that dialogue. That's okay. I gotta find something that's more applicable to my present mindset. Let me see. I don't know. Scene 2, Act 4. Padua, before Baptista's house, enter Tranio as Lucentio and Hortensio as Licio. Is it possible, friend Licio, that Mistress Bianca doth fancy any other but Lucentio? I tell you, sir, she bears me fair in hand. To satisfy you in what I have said, stand by and mark the manner of this teaching. They stand aside. Enter Bianca and Lucentio's cambio. Now, Mr. Spofford, what? This is getting a little bit too okay. I'm just going to run a Romeo and Juliet. Okay. Scene 2, Capulet's Orchard, enter Romeo. He just as scars has never felt a wound. Enter Juliet above a window. But soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east. And Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. That thou her maid art more fair than she, be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks as she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. To the fair stars in all the heaven, having some business to entreat her eyes till to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. Would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon that hand. Oh, that I would wear a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel. For thou art as glorious to this night being over my head as a winged messenger of heaven. unto the white, upturned, wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him. When he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not be sworn by love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. It's kind of amazing when you really think about it. I mean, William Shakespeare wrote these lines about 400 years ago or whatever it was, and here I am in Park Ridge, Illinois, performing his dialogue. That's kind of an amazing accomplishment to actually write something that centuries later people are celebrating. I think that is just like that's that's leaving a legacy behind. Okay. Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this? It is but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, or any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo, doff thy name. And for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all myself. I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo. What man art thou? Thus bescreened in night, so stumblest on my counsel? By a name I know not to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is be hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the words. My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague? Neither, fair maid, if either thee is like. How canst thou hither tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art. If any my kinsmen find thee here, with love-like wings I did overperch these walls. For stony limits cannot hold love aught, and what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me. If they do see thee, they will murder thee. Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity. I would not for the world they saw thee here. I have night's cloak to hide them from to hide me from their eyes. And but thou love it, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love. By whose direction foundst thou out this place? By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He let me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore washed for the farthest sea I should venture with such merchandise. Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush me to paint my cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain would I well inform, fain tonight would have spoken farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thee at thy word. If thou swearest, thou may prove false. Blah 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 blah. Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I vow that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops. Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconsistent moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable. What shall I swear by? Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee. If I are sir love, well, do not swear. Although I join thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be. One can say, it lightens. Sweet good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction in that house? What what satisfaction canst thou have tonight? The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine. I gave thee mine, and yet I were to give again. I would have were to give again. Wouldst thou withdraw? For what purpose, love? But to be frank, and give it thee again. And yet I wish for but the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, for the more I have, for both are infinite. Nurse calls within. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay by the level, I'll come again. Oh, blessed night, I'm afeared. Being a night, all this is but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial. Re-enter Juliet above. What the fuck? Okay. 3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me a word tomorrow, by one that'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and madam, I come up, but beseech thee, madam, but okay, I want to go to another page. Trying to find a good. Enter Romeo Balthasar with a torch, a mattock, and a crow of iron. Give me the mattock and the wrenching iron. Hold, take this letter. Early in the morning. See that delivered. Give me the light. Upon thy life I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend onto this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring. A ring that I must use in dear employment, therefore hence be gone. But if thou jealous dost return to pry, in what I farther shall intend to do, by heaven I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intents are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable far than empty tigers on the roaring sea. I will be gone, sir, and not trouble ye. So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thou that. Live and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow. For all this time I'll hide thee whereabout. He looks, I fear, in his intents I doubt. Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth. Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, breaking open the tomb, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food. This is that banished, haughty Montague that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died, and here has come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies. I will apprehend them. Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague. Can a vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. I must indeed, and therefore came hither. Good gentle youth, tempt not the desperate. Okay.